Hey everyone, how's everybody doing today?
Good.
Great, good. All right. We're here today to talk about childhood overweight and obesity, which has become a problem here in America. And I know my son and I, we kind of struggle with it. Been through a lot of things. I don't know, some of you probably have children or nephews, nieces, or know someone maybe who struggles with it on a day-to-day basis. And here I've got done quite a bit of research and pulled up some information on how to work with those children and ourselves and try to better our routines and better our children's lives. What's the 411? What do we know about childhood overweight, obesity? Like I said, like my son and I go through that. Past 30 years, occurrence here in the U.S. is more than doubled. So it's a lot more kids eating a lot more unhealthy and getting a lot less exercise and having a lot more physical problems, as well as sometimes emotional, psychological. 19% of children ages 6 to 11 in the U.S. and 17% of adolescents aged 12 to 19 are considered overweight. And that was in 2000, so by now the number is probably a lot more than that. It can, like we were just talking about a minute ago, it can contribute to a lot of psychological and physical issues, challenges as the child gets older. And this is pulled right from a USDA website. It has a prevalence of overweight among children. This is over the past 30 years, just like we were talking about. You can see how it's increased steadily, different age groups over the years, which is not a good thing. So, what I'm here today to talk to you about is it's time for American parents to actually participate in promoting healthy eating, exercise habits to prevent childhood overweight and obesity. Now, we have some questions along with this thing. What exactly is overweight? What's considered overweight? What's considered obese? How do we help our children live these better lives and do better for themselves? And also, what actions can we take? Overweight refers to combined weight. Obesity, that's specifically having a normally high proportion of body fat. Body mass index is how we calculate how much excess body weight you're carrying around. And that body weight may not only just be fat, it may be bone, it may be muscle, but it's too much weight for you to carry around and still be physically healthy. BMI 25 to 29.9 is considered overweight. Over 30 is considered obese. And here's how to calculate your BMI. So you can see where you fall on that scale. If you want to do that, you've got paper, pens, calculators to do that right now. Multiply times 703, your weight, and then divide that by your height in inches squared. Probably you math geniuses, which I know I am not. Now, excess body weight, it contributes to a lot of health problems, a lot of issues, and we're trying to find out how to prevent that. And part of preventing that is watching your BMI, keeping an eye on that. And what increases it, because the higher the number, the worse it is for you. So eating foods high in calorie, lack of necessary physical activity, genetics, poor eating patterns, big burgers. Who likes hamburgers in here?
11.
Pizza? Cake, cupcakes, ding dongs, ho-hos, Twinkies, I don't know. Whatever you like, whatever your flavor is. Poor eating patterns too. Poor eating patterns can contribute to that as well. And that's eating, you eat right before you go to bed, or you eat the wrong foods at certain times throughout the day. It's difficult to burn off the calories throughout the day. What are some of the consequences? According to the CDC, which is Center for Disease Control, here's some of the health challenges you can face. Type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, orthopedic issues, cardiovascular disease. A lot of issues that kids can grow up with now and maybe long-term affect them throughout their lives. Psychological challenges and depression, low self-esteem, poor physical self-image. My son's a sweetheart, he's a good boy, but because he's carrying a little extra weight, he does have a little bit of low self-esteem, and it's something we try to positively reinforce and build up in him and work with him on. But Recommendations? How many of you seen this before?
Yep.
Aye.
Aye.
You have. It's the food pyramid, the portions that we need to eat from each food group throughout the day. But it's the new version of it. So you got, see that little sliver, the little yellow sliver right in the middle there? That's oils and sugars and all your bad stuff for your body. That's a small portion. I usually get, mine usually the opposite though. Consequences, we talked about type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, psychological challenges. Okay, what can we do about all this?
Exercise.
Exercise?
Eat better, eat healthy.
Eat healthy.
That's right, eat healthy, exercise, all the good things. Yeah. My boy and I, especially when it gets cold outside, cold or it gets rainy, you just want to lay around, do nothing, watch some TV, snack, do popcorn stuff, but you got to get out there and get some exercise and turn things around. Play sports, eat healthier, grill, follow the food pyramid to the T. Choose food for your kids and choose the times of the day that they eat and adhere to that, stick to that as good as you can. Take steps in monitoring all their caloric intake. Use low or non-fat dairy products. Eat fruits and veggies instead of those chips, potato chips, all those greasy, oily, sugary snacks that they get. Substitute water for their Cokes that you normally get for them. And what? What did you say earlier? Exercise, that's right. Walk the dog, play with your kids, according to safechild.com. This is good things to do with your kids. Go to the park. We do that all the time. Ride those bikes that are stored away in your garage. Park, you drive your car in, you see it every day. But you don't get it out and ride it, do you? Encourage free play. Free play, just get those kids out there. And if you do take them to McDonald's, make sure they play an hour afterwards. Any questions?
Yes, I have one. Are there places in the community where you can take your kids to get more physical activity?
Yeah, you sure can. If you live in a subdivision or one of those areas that has a community center, sign up for the community center. Take them to the community center. YMCA also is a good place to go.
I mean, you mentioned a couple ideas. Is there some other ways we can increase physical activities of our kids?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that one. That one's a funny one because you can get your whole entire house clean, your yard, the whole 9 yards, and get a lot of physical activity for kids. The key is to make it fun for them, like washing your car, just let them spray everything, get them out there, have a good time, but the most important thing is to be active. Anybody else?
And how can you get them to eat their vegetables?
Eat vegetables?
Yeah.
Get them to eat their vegetables. Give them new vegetables all the time. Give them new foods and new vegetables, so they're constantly trying something new. And then make them take at least one bite of everything. So they have to have at least one bite, and then eventually they'll start liking vegetables more and more as they go along. Instead of always eating burgers and pizza, and then you introduce a vegetable to them. I just don't eat that. Any other questions? No, that's it. All right, well, thanks for coming out. Thanks for joining me, and appreciate your time. And hopefully some of you have some good ideas, better ideas than you had before, maybe about helping those kids out there who have put on a little bit extra weight or have some low self-esteem or are looking to improve their life, their quality of life. Thank you.